council meeting, and we will begin with roll call, please, Jenny.
Walters.
Here.
Horak.
Here.
Sarchet.
Here.
Vogel. Here. Anderson.
Here.
Moving on to number 3, approval of agenda. I'll ask for a motion
So moved. Second.
and roll call.
Dvorak.
Yes.
Sarchet.
Yes.
Vogel.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Item number 4 is our public comments time. This is the time and place for comments for any item other than those that are a public hearing. Have we had anyone contact us about speaking?
No, sir.
Okay, then we'll move on to item number 5. This is consent agenda items, and I will ask for a motion, please,
So moved.
and a second,
Second?
and roll call.
Vogel.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Walters.
Yes.
Dvorak.
Yes.
Sarchet.
Yes.
Moving on to item number 6. Engineering agreements with Snyder and Associates. Travis is going to speak on 1 through 4, so we'll begin, Travis, with Whitetail Parkway Corridor Study.
Would you like to present all 4 at once? Or do you want me to do them separate?
Do we have to vote on them individually, don't we?
You should, yes.
Yes, so separately.
Okay.
Amy's giving us this, so yeah.
So for the first engineering agreement for your consideration tonight is the Whitetail Parkway Corridor Study. This is a continuation of a previous study that we did back in 2019. It is the larger collector street that's going to run between 72nd Street over to what is right now Northwest Sheldall Drive because it's in the county, and then swing down and connect to Northwest 126th Avenue. What this study will look at is it will further kind of dial in the alignment that we're looking at. It will estimate costs related to the parkway as well as the anticipated box culvert to convey Wolf Creek under this roadway, as well as it will look at the connection, what makes the most sense connected to the east, because we've got remnant parcels to consider to make sure that we don't create undevelopable land in that area, as well as there may be some signals or some roundabouts that we can kind of look at to make that whole area work together and work well. And then essentially the deliverable on that corridor study is going to be a packet of information that we provide to city staff that they can then walk in well equipped to meetings with potential developers of land in that area, so they understand the costs that the city is willing to participate in, alignments, and the requirements of that corridor.
Okay, we would then need a motion
So moved?
and a second.
Second.
Any council discussion? Roll call, please.
Sarchet.
Yes.
Vogel.
Yes.
Anderson.
Yes.
Walters. Dvorak.
Moving on to 2, Polk City High Trestle Trail to Neil Smith Trail Connector Project, Phase 1.
So the second agreement for your consideration tonight is the Northside Drive realignment and High Trestle Trail Connector Phase 1 project. This has been something that the city's been pursuing funding on for several years now. This contract would take you from today through the bidding of the project, through DOT bidding procedures, including preliminary design and final design of a reconstruction of the curve along 3rd Street, extending Northside Drive to connect to the new realigned street, as well as adding pavement on either return to minimize off-tracking for large semi-trucks in that vehicle, as well as it would design the trail connection from the existing Kiwanis Park Trail north along the east side of 3rd Street all the way up to the trail that was constructed as part of the roundabout project, and it would connect to Phase 2 of the trail, which is currently under design.
Need a motion then, please?
So moved.
And a second.
Second?
Council discussion.
I did have a question, and also on Whitetail Parkway corridor. What's the timing for actually all of these?
So I'll add that to the last two. But the Whitetail Parkway corridor study will be done in the next couple of months. For phase one, the schedule that's included in the engineering services agreement has a bid in February of 2024. I would caution that that is kind of tentative because we have to go through several steps of clearances, and the DOT sometimes doesn't adhere to their own schedules. So we're kind of be at their mercy because they're the ones that have been constrained federally, helping to fund that project.
Okay.
So the intent would be corridor study will be done yet this year. The intent would be that we have a shovel in the ground next summer for phase one.
Candidly, I was more interested in the first one, but I didn't want to get a scowl maybe, so I had to tie into the second one.
So roll call, please.
Vogel,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Walters,
Staying.
DeVore,
Yes.
Sarchet.
Polk City, item number 3, Polk City High Trestle Trail to Neil Smith Trail Connector Project, phases 6 and 7.
So the third engineering agreement for you guys to consider tonight is phases 6 and 7 of the previously presented High Trestle Trail to Neil Smith Connector. This is the small segment of trail located in the northeast corner of the Parker and Westbridge Road intersection, as well as the connection from the Quick Star site down to the Neil Smith Trail. So the phase 7 is on core property. The intent of that trail would be the city has met preliminarily with core. We would have that added to the lease agreement associated with the sports complex, and we would extend the trail down there. We would create a berm for that trail, and so as part of this project, we are going to deliver a memo to the Corps, basically telling them what level we're detaining to. They are not going to specify what we have to detain water to, but basically all of the fill that we need for our trail, we're going to build them a detention basin of the wall. And then the phase 6 will be right where the Westbridge Road water main went in, and it's fairly great or reasonably graded already, so but this contract will take you from today all the way through the bidding for that project. Due to the core requirements, the core regulations, and the core applications, we're looking at summer of 25 for construction of these segments of the trail.
Okay, thank you. So we have a motion then? Second?
Second.
Any further discussion from council? Roll call.
DeVore,
Yes.
Sarchet,
Yes.
Vogel,
Yes.
Anderson,
Yes.
Walters.
And item 4, fiscal year 2024 street repair project.
So the final contract for you guys to consider tonight is the 2024 street repairs project. This is just part of your annual street repair program. We've kind of identified the magnitude of this to be 15 to 20 locations throughout Polk City. Public Works is going to compile the highest priority locations, and then we will prepare the plans, and we're going to basically take the budget that the city has. We're going to build a base bid that we estimate will fit into that, and then we'll include several bid alternates, additive bid alternates, so that if we get good prices, maximize the budget that's set aside for that project. Also, as part of this project, we have added some time to update the city's street repairs inventory, update the spreadsheet, because we've been working off the same spreadsheet for approximately 5 years now. So it's time to reevaluate, clean that spreadsheet up, add some priorities, that kind of stuff, so that it's more readily usable for public works. The intent of this project would be to have bid plans ready in the next couple of months, to bid early enough to give the contractor the option to either do those street repairs yet this fall or first thing next spring at their option.
Thank you. A motion then, please?
So moved.
And a second, thank you. Any additional conversation on the part of the council? Roll call, please.
Anderson,
Yes.
Walters,
Abstain.
DeVore, Sarchet,
Yes.
Vogel.
Item B, Snyder and Associates April 2023 engineering services invoice in the amount of $56,550.25. I'll ask for a motion, please.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Roll call.
Vogel?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Walters?
Abstain.
Dvorak? Sarchet?
Yes.
Item C, second reading of ordinance 2023-9000, amending chapter 92, water rates, section 92.02, rates for service. Ask for a motion, please. And second?
Second, and I did want to clarify one thing. So when we were talking last meeting, and how we got to water and sewer rates, the calculation, using that as a pass-through, and I made the incorrect statement that we had never used water funds for another purpose. You corrected me on that. But I think there was a could you clarify that on the timing, like how far back that goes?
It goes back to when I was on P&Z. I don't even think I was even on the council, late 70s.
Okay. So not like,
Way before lost funds, way before development in town, way before we had funds of any kind.
70s, maybe early. Okay. So
I was still a young boy.
okay.
I mean, maybe.
No comment. I just wanted to clarify that because, again, this is a rate that's set based on our projected usage to break even for both sewer and water. And it hasn't been anything other than that for close to 40%.
Roll call, please.
Sarchet? Vogel?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Walters?
Yes.
Dvorak?
And then D, second reading of ordinance 2023-9100, amending chapter 99, section 99.02, sewer service charges. Motion, please,
So moved.
and a second.
Second.
Anything else? Roll call.
Walters? Dvorak?
Yes.
Sarchet?
Yes.
Vogel?
Yes.
Anderson?
Yes.
Item 7 is a proclamation, and whereas the U.S. House of Representatives has designated July as Parks and Recreation Month, and whereas the city of Polk City recognizes the benefits derived from parks and recreation resources, now therefore I, Steve Carson, Mayor of Polk City, do hereby proclaim the month of July as Park and Recreation Month in Polk City. So everybody go out and enjoy. And then, and thank you, Jason, for all your hard work and everybody else. Item 8, reports and particulars, anything from staff? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to recognize two groups that recently made Polk City a better place through donations and volunteerism. So on May 26th, the annual 8th grade cleanup day took place. It's a beautiful day. It's a small army that comes, and they get so much done in 6 hours. So if you know anybody that's a member of the North Polk class of 2027, please thank them for all their hard work on May 26th. And also, last November, the Kiwanis Club made a donation for a new volleyball system down at Kiwanis Park. The one that was down there was a little rusty. It had seen better days. So through their generosity, we bought a new system. It's been installed. If you haven't seen it, please go check it out. It is so nice. It's so much easier to use than the ancient one we took out of there. So thank you to the Kiwanis Club as well.
Our thanks.
Careful, I put that in. Ancient was not.
Seasoned. How about that? Seasoned.
Will you make sure that ancient is in there?
Got it.
Any other staff comments? Okay, we'll move on to Chelsea then.
I have nothing. Thank you.
And council?
A couple things. I just wanted to highlight the soil quality program that was in the consent agenda. Quickly, I know we're doing a good job getting that too, but a lot of appointments to police, fire, public works. Great to see all those spots getting filled, and then a couple of library board members one, reappointing and, I guess acknowledging his, not seeking reappointment. So appreciate Sarah and Corey.
I was gonna speak to that as well. I know Corey Hoodger's been a member of the library board for a long time. I was on the library board before council, and Corey was on the library board before I was, so, thank Corey for his years of service on the library board. I know he's involved in a number of other things here in this community, so, thank you to Corey for all of that. And then, that was the only comment I had.
So I'll add my thanks to all of those thanks, to all those people who deserve our thanks. And I always want to thank all those who are working on the Four Seasons Festival. We're getting closer to that big event. And also RAGBRAI. We hosted a RAGBRAI pre-ride last week, and it went very, very well. And so we're looking forward to hanging out with 60,000 or so people here in July for RAGBRAI too. So thanks, everybody. That's what I have. With that, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, same sign. We are adjourned until June